So I am here with Sean and Sarah O'Leary, who have absolutely our Fountaine Pajot Aura 51 in the TMM fleet. A lot of you might know Sean and Sarah from our owners community or the social media community. Sarah and Sean both are always very helpful to our owners and the sailing community at large. So thought we'd sit down and have a little talk about the trip you're about to do down Island for how long?
3 months.
3 months. Let's start with, give me 3 words that describes how you're feeling about the trip.
Excited.
Yeah.
Little apprehensive about the crossing to St. Martin, which will be an overnight crossing, but we're excited.
Nice. Sean?
I'm finally retired.
Nice. There you go.
That's what makes it happen. That's what's making it easy to happen.
The facial hair is giving it away.
Oh, yeah.
So, where are you heading, and anywhere you're really excited about it? Bucket list places, anchorages?
We're heading across to St. Martin to start. We'll be there for a few days, maybe a week. We're on no timetable, and then we'll hit various islands, Saba, Anguilla, Antigua. I'm not going to get them in the right order.
Yeah, we'll just, whatever the wind and weather takes us, we'll make our way down to Grenada, Grenadines by sometime by September, I think. And then
Gotcha. So that's the final destination. That's as far south as you'll probably go?
Yeah, then we'll probably hang out the Grenadines for 3 or 4 weeks and then make our way to ABC's. And then from there, as we approach the end of October, make our way back, probably stop in St. Croix for a day or two and see our friend Jim from Rum Runner.
Nice.
And go see him for a day.
Jim and Drake.
Jim and Drake.
Yeah, I saw they retired just recently as well.
Yes.
To St. Croix.
Nice. Well, obviously we're working on the boat today. Tim, I can see working on your electronics, and Nathan was working on the sail. We're going to go out later on and try out your new Screecher. And we'll discuss this again when you guys get back from the trip. But give me 2 or 3 additions you've made to the boat that you think will really benefit you on this trip.
Well, in the most immediate time, in the last few months, one, the Screecher.
Yeah.
And which was originally, we were planning to go to the East Coast, but for different reasons, we're now going to the other direction. But but I still think it's going to be a benefit. And then the other thing we're doing is what's happening today. We got a predict wind data hub being installed to tie in with our Starlink. Will help us with the weather, and just we could have done it without all that, but it just makes it easier, convenient, and
Peace of mind and
better. More information is better than none.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Nice. So obviously you're in our TMM program and this boat charters when you guys aren't using it.
yes.
What made you trust us with your beautiful boat, and how has that partnership worked out so far?
I've been sailing in the BVI since the mid-'80s and known of TMM's reputation. Founded in late 70s, years of high maintenance under Barney's tenure. He's probably the oldest one still running a charter company in the BVI. He's here on-site management, the certainly the tenure, the senior operating staff like you and Tim, and we just knew it was the choice we made, and we couldn't have been happier. Boat's well maintained, always ready for us, and our charter guests seem to love it. Love her.
Yeah, the feedback we get from guests is excellent. Everything from meeting here at the marina to on the rare occasion they need help, outside of the marina here, the response is incredible. Of course, we experience all that ourselves. We bring the boat out of here. Why we end up here is, as Sarah said, there's plenty of charter companies around here that we could have. TMM was our first choice, and as Sarah said, long time, 40 plus years, family owned, on-site management, and we love it here.
Nice.
And a warm, welcoming community.
Yeah, it's all those little partnerships that we find are the most important too, like being able to talk with you guys when you're here, to help you guys give people online, and it's a community, it's a sailing community, it's a small place, so yeah, we're really happy to have you with us as well. For someone who is maybe sitting on the fence or thinking about doing what you're doing, owning a boat, putting their baby into a charter program, what's the ultimate good and bad reality check that you would give that person?
I would say you got to be, first off, you got to be a little bit flexible in a lot of ways. We were lucky. We got the right boat at the right time coming out of COVID. But really consider how you outfit your boat. It's great to have a personalized boat for yourself, but you have to think the realities of the boat's going to be in charter, and it's not going to be your liveaboard. And so, the goal is, depending what your goals are. If you're, for us, we wanted a boat with heads and beds, and with a wonderful layout, and by all measures, we made the right decisions. Of course, timing is very important.
Yeah.
As Sarah often says, you don't want to be necessarily one of 9 boats, same year, same model in a fleet. For us here at TMM, we're kind of a unicorn,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of nice.
And what's really important is the best company for a charter guest isn't necessarily. A lot of those factors are important to a charter owner, but there are a lot more too. So just because one has had a great experience with a charter guest, there are more things to look into as an owner. The economics and the length of the season.
I mean, we know enough people that they've chartered a particular model boat, they loved it, and they said, and they went into charter, and because they loved that boat, and they put it in a charter, say, in the wrong place, and now they're battling to get into the BVI with a boat that's not that charterable.
Sure.
Great for a liveaboard, and they're struggling.
It's a balance, right?
Yeah.
All
Yes.
boats are compromises, what you want versus what will
Yeah.
sell the boat and drive your revenue, and it looks like you guys made all the right choices.
Well,
and this
So
boat
far.
was great, and you love it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
we
our
do.
case, it was from the day we pulled the trigger, said we want to do this, was 6 years ago, and we've been in the fleet for 3 years, so it was 3
Sure.
years.
a lot of planning.
The planning, and it was another year and a half researching. We had a consultant and a number of other things. So it was we didn't just make a decision overnight. It was a long-term thing. Part of it we had to wait for the boat to come out of the factory and all that. But
Yep.
but the timing ended up working perfectly for us with COVID, the whole here at TMM in the fleet, and of course now with our later years in retirement, both of us now retired, and it's just, for us, we couldn't have planned it any better.
And you met this boat out of fleet, do I remember that correctly? You met the boat as it came out of the fleet over in France?
Yeah, so she came out of the factory in France in March 2020. I went over in early May of 2020. Sarah joined me 2 or 3 weeks later.
23.
We literally went on the sea trials on the morning of May 23rd, and we signed the paperwork at lunchtime, and we moved on that afternoon, which happened to be our 25th wedding anniversary. So
Wow,
it's timing. It was
Nice wedding anniversary
planned.
gift to each
Yeah,
other.
that was
Yeah,
not
you can
planned.
say
And
that
then-
again.
Yeah, then 2 days later we left La Rochelle, and with Pascal, and
course.
5 weeks later we were here.
Nice. He's
And,
on his way to us now with our new FP48. He just left
Beautiful.
France today. Yeah, it looks to be a great boat too. Tell me about the name. Absolutely. Where did it come from?
Well, absolutely. Our dinghy named Positively. If people may remember, if they're old enough, the old FedEx commercial, and absolutely positively has to be there overnight. Also on the up front, it says the world on our time underneath. I just retired from 32 years of flying for FedEx.
Congratulations.
And absolutely positively. And all our planes say the world on time, but our boat says the world on our time. And
Nice.
this is our trip. That's our time.
Well, we're delighted to have you here and to see you head off on this trip. Couldn't be more excited for you. So
We are too.
We're thrilled. It's
Fair
kind
winds
of
and
scary.
following
It's kind
seas,
of
and
scary, but we're excited.
we'll see you
We're
back here in a
excited.
few months. Enjoy it all. Thanks very
Great,
much.
Rory.
Thanks, Rory.